Welcome to the Friday Five here on the Agent Survival Guide podcast. This is our weekly list of 5 things you should know about. I'm your host, Sarah Ruppel, and today is January 16th. How we are halfway through January, I am not sure, but here we are. Before we get into our list, on Monday, we did get the last episode of Stranger Things. It was not Conformity Gates Episode 9, the secret finale, but we did get a behind-the-scenes documentary of the making of Season 5. And that is all I'm going to say because we are spoiler-free here on the podcast. So getting into our list, beginning at number 5, Instagram made the move not so long ago to limit hashtags on the platform to 5 per post. And that is whether it is a post, story, or a reel. So not quite RIP hashtags, but that is coming. And that's not the only Instagram news I'd like to share today. On Tuesday this week, Instagram announced that all English-speaking users will be able to tweak their Reels algorithm. The setting can be found in the Reels menu, and it will tell you what you've been into recently, which, according to mine, I've been into quirky animal content, staying driven, and exploring new restaurants, which I guess fair, but I'm curious what makes the cat videos I watch quirky. You'll then be presented with some options of what you'd like to see more of, and you can choose those keywords or search to add your own. And then below that section, you can add content that you want to see less of, which is great. Of course, if your indications are taken into account in a meaningful way. Once you do all of those things, you can click on the button to build your 2026 algorithm, and you'll see what you have selected. And you'll have the option to post a story about the content you selected, which is an interesting feature, and I will leave it at that. Moving on to number 4, Apple Health includes quite a few different tracking features in one place. And according to rumors I've been reading about, a plus version with additional features and a subscription fee is in the works. The additional features are rumored to include food tracking and nutrition planning, as well as educational videos and potentially AI health advice. Also worth mentioning in the same breath as AI on Apple, that Apple recently announced they would be partnering with Google Gemini for Siri's upgraded AI capabilities. Number 3, more Apple news, and this one is near and dear to my heart as a creative. Apple just announced the launch of Apple Creator Studio, a subscription that bundles Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro, Keynote, Pages, Numbers, Freeform, Motion, Compressor, and Mainstage. The new Creator Bundle not only packages Apple's video, audio, and photo editing apps together, it throws in apps to create documents, spreadsheets, and slide decks, in addition to the Freeform app that is often described as a digital whiteboard. It is an interesting bundle when compared to similar offerings from Adobe, Google, and Microsoft, just to name a few. But I wouldn't call the comparison between, say, Adobe Creative Cloud, Google Workspace, or Microsoft SharePoint is really apples to apples. Pardon the pun. That being said, I can't deny that it's a good price point. New subscribers will pay just $12.99 per month, or if you choose to pay for a year upfront, you'll pay $129. 1 month of Adobe Creative Cloud, for comparison, is currently $70 per month. If you're already using Apple products, I would definitely try the Creator Studio out. That is coming out on January 28th. I know I plan to give it a try. Pretty sure my daughter will enjoy trying it out as well. And of course, I will report back on that in a future episode. Moving on to number 2, a quick update here on the ACA subsidy saga. Last week, the House of Representatives voted 230 to 196, passing a proposal to extend the enhanced ACA tax credits for 3 years. The idea with this extension is to give Americans a temporary reprieve from high costs, while also buying some time for Congress to come up with a more permanent solution. Sadly, reports suggest that the proposal is not expected to pass through the Senate, but the fact that the House was able to come together on this is encouraging, and reports also suggest there are still different variations and solutions that are being discussed. So, we're making baby steps, but I am taking that as the glass is a little bit more than half full. We're going in the right direction. And coming in at number 1, continuing to focus on the ACA. On Monday this week, CMS released their second ACA Enrollment Snapshot for the 2026 coverage year. So far, the total enrollment reported for all exchanges is at 22,774,847 plan selections for the 2026 coverage year. That number is down from the overall plan selection numbers included in the same report last year by about 1.4 million enrollments. For plan year 2026, CMS is reporting just over 2.8 million new consumers making plan selections on the marketplace. That is also down from the same time last year by almost 1.1 million enrollments. Returning consumer plan selections are also down for 2026, but not by as much. We're just under the 20 million plan selection mark, but compared to last year, that's only off by about 255,000 enrollments. CMS also includes the state-by-state breakout in their enrollment snapshot. Now, back in December, when we reported on the first snapshot, we had 30 states reporting a decrease in enrollment numbers and 20 states reporting an increase. Those numbers have shifted again, with 38 states reporting a decrease in their marketplace enrollment for 2026 compared to 2025. Just 12 states, including the District of Columbia, are reporting an increase in marketplace plan selections for the 2026 coverage year compared to 2025. Now, we like to highlight Pennsylvania since that's where this podcast calls home. In the first national snapshot, our enrollment numbers were up by about 10,000 plan selections. In this second CMS snapshot, we are down over 18,000 plan selections in 2026 compared to the same time for 2025. We will have the links to both of the 2025 and 2026 coverage year snapshots we're referencing today in the notes. Definitely recommend checking the list and seeing where your states land. Super interesting to see where we're at right now, and I'm looking forward to the final numbers, which should be coming out within the next 2 weeks. But that is it for this week's recap. If you have something you would like us to cover on the show, whether it's in a regular episode or here on the Friday 5, you can send us an email at asgpodcast@ritterim.com. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay healthy and stay safe out there, and we will see you next week. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written and produced by me, Sarah Ruppel. Script editing and fact check by Tina Lamoureux. Podcast design by Urban Rivera. Follow along with our show wherever you like to listen.